Hello, welcome to another episode of the Other Comic Book Show, your one stop for comics, rumors, news, FOC, and flaming hot covers of the week. What is going on, guys?
Not much.
Sunday.
Is this,
Monday.
Getting
is
used
this
to daylight
time change
savings.
Going you up?
Yep, yes it is. I forgot we were setting clocks back, and I woke up this morning, and I thought I was waking up pretty early, and I realized I had woken up really early, and just threw me off. I didn't realize until I was up for about 4 or 5 hours that the clocks had been set back. So.
Oh wow! I woke up. I was like, why is this? I went to sleep like 2, and I was like, why is it still 8 o'clock? Then I'm like, oh, time went back.
I fell asleep last night finishing Agatha.
Ooh.
And I didn't get to the. I haven't gotten to the last episode. I was watching it with my lady, and almost fell asleep near the end of it. Went to bed after I got off the phone with her, and we didn't make it to the last episode. But so far, it's a good show.
I had a movie weekend, so I still have to finish Agatha. I'm like 4 episodes behind.
I've it's no secret I've enjoyed the series the whole time, and it's just been nonstop since like episode 4 or 5.
I do like the fact that they finally said that it is Billy Kaplan, and I mean, not that I didn't already know that, mind you, but it was good to see that they finally confirmed it. And the one scene in the last in the end of the episode where he lashes out with the chaos magic and buries the 3 witches.
Oh, that was great.
Having the Scarlet Witch's fucking headgear show up was interesting.
I only made it to episode 3. I wasn't really feeling it, so I was watching other stuff, and I just haven't gotten back. I'll finish watching it at some point. It's not a bad series. I'm not going to pile on it and say it's a bad show and all that dumb shit. It's a decent show. It ain't my cup of tea, but it's a decent show.
I would say one thing about this show. Once you get to the end, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. They tie everything together. The writing is so good, and it makes you go back and think about. They would drop hints throughout each episode for what's going on in the late episode. I mean, who wrote this? Joe I forgot his name. He did WandaVision.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, from what I saw so far, it wasn't my cup of tea. I know it picks up, so I'm looking forward to getting through that. I just don't care that much about it. I'm excited to watch it when I don't have anything to watch, and I'm like, oh, I have this to watch. But like I said, this weekend was a movie weekend for me. I watched Strange Darlings, Long Legs, Cuckoo. I just watched a bunch of horror movies this weekend and enjoyed that.
I finally watched The Whale.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Jack Schaefer was.
It was hard to watch.
Well,
hard to watch.
Aronofsky movies are hard to watch. That's kind of the point.
Wow.
I mean,
Jack Schaefer
for a drink, ass to ass. That's
Jack Schaefer is the. Yeah, I was about to say that, but yeah. Degrassi had to jump in. Anyway, Jack Schaefer was the showrunner on that. And speaking of movie weekend, I actually picked up an old, it's kind of a mini series, but each episode's like a mini movie. I haven't seen the ending just yet, Mwamba. I'm probably going to watch it later. But anyway, I picked up an old mini series, but like each episode's like a mini television show. And it's a series called The Hatfields and McCoys. It had Kevin Costner in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's interesting is I actually have a connection to that. My first wife was a McCoy, and actually a member of the family McCoy. So my daughters are half McCoy on their mother's side. So I thought it was funny.
Let me say hi to the chat. Hey, Taladia, what's going on, buddy? And Wamba, blah blah. We got Anthony Cheeseman. I stopped watching Penguin and Agatha after episode. I'm just behind. Don't hate me. We don't hate anyone. We dislike you. No, just kidding. See, Jack Schaefer. Oh,
I realized Jack Schaefer is a she. I said person's sex. I apologize. Jeez.
Terry Floyd. Hey, buddy. I discovered I need more deaf in my life. I think everyone needs more deaf in their life after that.
Aubrey Plaza. Aubrey Plaza, holy crap!
Oof.
But I've always loved
I'm
Aubrey
sorry,
Plaza as an actress. She's
I'm
pretty.
sorry. Nothing
She was in Parks
beats
and Recs, right?
nothing beats Aubrey Plaza in Legion. Uh, that was that was
You talking about the with the angels
Yeah,
and
with the Angels in a diner.
the diner?
no. I'm talking about. Did I say Legion?
Yeah,
Uh,
you said Legion.
is this fucking FX show? Xavier's kid.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Legion. Yeah, it's called Legion. It's you're
Yeah,
talking about
I
the
was gonna
Legion
say.
show. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
she was
Oh
that
yeah,
that
definitely,
was for me was peak Aubrey Plaza.
definitely.
That and the one where she played a nun. That was fun as
I
well.
also
There was
this is
nudity
gonna
in there.
sound. Speaking of horror movies, because we just got off a spooky season, but I also kind of liked her as the mom in the Chucky
Chucky.
remake. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the Child's Play remake, she did really well. I liked her performance there.
Yeah. So, let's do some. I got some pickups.
Oh, I got some pickups.
I know you do.
And as usual, I don't have any. So
Uh, I know Joe hates these. He hates these amalgam comics.
I
Man of
love
War.
them, man.
I don't. I just don't dig them. I don't necessarily hate them. I just don't dig them. I just don't. It's like, come on, man.
I love this cover.
Actually, that Man of War
It's a
cover
good
is
DC Silver
fucking
Age
amazing.
throwback in terms of the cover,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I don't know. They just
I like
And
Super Soldier as a
it got
character too.
Sergeant Rock and the Howling Commandos in it. Damn it, Justice League 50. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, Dark Side War. Ah.
Yeah, that's part 4. I mean, part 10 of Dark Side War.
Jesus.
Batman, the Doom that came to Gotham.
I love that story, man.
I
That's
heard so much
Batman
about
cross.
it. I have to read this.
That's Batman crossed with Lovecraftian stuff. Is fucking amazing.
that's a Mignola cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mignola.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I can't wait to read this.
Oh, it's so good. It's also very Hellboy, like
Mignola.
Hellboy type stuff. But it's Mignola. So
still looking for your Godzilla comic book. I hope we see more of Lady Death in MCU.
Well,
I will be mailing your book out tomorrow in Wamba.
We're getting Aubrey Plaza cover in a couple months. So
I kind of hope we get like a meeting between Death and Thanos. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I don't know if I showed this, but
or Death and Deadpool. That would be even funnier.
Death and Deadpool. I don't know if I showed this, but I want to show this anyway because I love Alex Ross and him doing a Star Trek cover. It just
nice. That is nice.
This was a New York City, New York Comic Con exclusive.
Oh, it's a nice Dell Goldkey style homage.
I love it.
Yeah, I like
It's
that.
Great.
That's amazing.
I think it was limited to like a couple hundred or whatever.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then for you
back when Star Trek was good.
You Cheesecake Factory lovers, Marvel #3.
Oh, it's a fun run.
Cheesecake.
I like that ball.
I like that.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
Marvel doesn't give us those types of goodies anymore.
And Marvel #4.
No, more beef, more cheesecake, more cheesy, cakey, cheesy.
That was it. What do you got, Joe?
He's beating a lizard.
You ready?
Man.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready? Stretch. Let me get a little stretch in.
Get in.
I want to make a prediction. I want to make a prediction really quick. There's gonna be some cheesecake in these pickups.
Yeah, I just have to look at every book before I pull it up because some of them I can't show. So let's start with speaking of an amalgam of crazy weird shit. There you go. There's a
yeah, multiverses.
Let's see, a little Lotte.
No.
Oh, I love that cover.
A little Space Usagi.
Ew, Usagi.
Usagi.
A little Green Lantern.
Is that a good series yet? Is Green Lantern dark? That's dark.
Right? I just bought it because it was a nice Nakayama cover.
We'll review that next week. Remind me to put that on the list.
There you go.
We got your
all these monsters Masterpiece Theater ones are great.
Oh, it's the
great.
Munster ones, yeah.
Oh.
I'm loving that book, man. I'm
It is
loving that
fun.
book,
It is
bro.
fun. There's your Pulp Fiction.
Godfather, Pulp Fiction, Godfather Fell.
Well, King Kong Great War.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got a snake. He's got a snake.
Mm,
Oh, I like it.
yeah, it's a nice and Hunkley.
My
My obligatory Hello Darkness
Darkness.
covers.
That one with the eye, man. It's still oof.
A little hack slash.
I hate
Hack
eye
slash.
covers. I hate eyes on body parts and stuff. Ooh.
Love Grommets. It's just a fun series. I really, really love this. This has been my favorite series all year.
What is that one about? What is that
It's
one
The
about?
80s
skater,
culture.
80s skate
Yeah.
culture. If you grew up in the 80s,
I did.
There's enough nostalgia in the book to just hit all the
I thought
right
you grew up in the
notes.
60s.
Yeah.
I'm not that old. Jesus.
A little Zenoscope, a little cheesecake,
Nice.
a little foil moon night.
Okay, so that series was called Grommets.
Grommets.
Yeah. I love all
Mojo
these Powerpuff
Jojo.
Girls. I love all the Powerpuff
Mojo
Girls.
Jojo.
A little Seance in the Asylum.
Ooh, I like that cover.
Wow.
Little Maryland.
Nice.
A little Maureen Huck Lee. Don't sleep on
Ooh.
Archie Horror.
Archie Horror. Archie Horror is so good.
I think I picked up a few of those cursed libraries.
Okay.
Alien Romulus. I like that.
Yeah, little Babs. I
Little
just love the
Babs,
Babs
yeah.
is a fun read. It's Garth Ennis being Garth
Every
Ennis.
time I do this show with you guys, I'm going in and adding more books
course.
to this list of reads.
Always Conan. Always Conan. All Conan all the time. There's no reason to not read Conan. A little DeCall.
Hey, there's Chris.
Hey, Chris.
A little more
A little more Alien Romulus.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna make another one, so why not?
Yeah,
I got my obligatory Zatannas. It finally came.
I love that.
There's a little Wonder Woman
Ooh,
14.
that's the origin of
Trinity.
Trinity.
Yep.
God damn it, I'm behind on my reading.
That's just a nice
I love
Void
that.
Rivals
That's
cover.
the one in 50, right?
No.
Ah.
That's the one with the trade dress. I'm not fucking around
Okay.
with Void Rival ratios. Little Boland.
Oh,
Ooh.
Anytime Boland's putting out a cover and just try to grab it. Little Notion.
Pinotion, yeah.
Vicarious. Vicarious has some good covers.
That's covered enough. A little Perillo.
Ooh.
Ooh, what comic is that?
Vampirella. 670.
Vampirella.
There's 672. It's just the one.
Oh, I dig that Supergirl cover.
Yeah, little
That's
Carla. I love Carla.
Carla.
There's your obligatory Spider Girl.
Spider Girl.
Yeah.
Spider Girl and Spider Boy.
You gotta buy that dumb shit. I got more coming here.
I got a list of 20 books I'm reading now a week because of you
I was
people.
getting so there we go.
Horror and fantasy.
What's that all about?
Yeah, it's just Zenoscope pinup stuff.
Nice. Horror and fantasy. Nice.
Or
Whoa.
let me get it. Oh, that's not bad.
That's
There we go.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying that's a fairy that everyone can get used to.
I love, my love of hard case crime books, and
Yes.
the
The Girl
Minky
Called
Woodcock
Cthulhu.
series is fantastic. Let me cover up the. There we go. Okay, I have to cover up the. On there.
The Girl Called Cthulhu. I love this.
I love it.
Beautiful Selena. Beautiful Selena.
Whoa.
Cover. One of the best photo.
That wasn't a photo
no.
cover?
No,
That was actual art?
That's Selena. Yeah. She did a lot of the Barbarella covers. This is one of the best photo covers I've seen in a long time. I love this.
Oh,
cover.
that's nice. I like that.
That's beautiful.
Obligatory Tentacle. There we go. Little glow in the dark. 7 Years in Darkness.
Nice. Hey, Mama
What's
Bear.
up, Mama Bear?
Some more 7 Years in Darkness. I got a metal cover this week.
You got a metal cover?
Riot Girls 4. Metal.
Oh, that's nice. Be careful with those metal covers. They will cut you.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch where you put them in your boxes, too, because
Yeah.
they will screw up other books. And we got a little, hey, who likes Frazetta? I like Frazetta.
I like Frazetta.
That's good.
And well, of course,
Little Penthouse comics.
Penthouse Comics.
I'm looking at the Penthouse ones that I can show.
The ones he can show. I love it.
There we go. Oh, that's nice.
I should do that. Put out videos for members.
I can't show the Amaranth cover, which is an actual photo cover, and I can't show the other one either. So, well, actually, I can. I could just cover it up.
You need sticky notes
over that one up there. I can't show the photo one. That's just there's too much to cover up. My hands aren't that.
Watch what you put in your boxes. Sound advice. I agree.
Yep. Yeah, that is. You don't want to have to need some shots of antibiotics. So, that's what I got.
All right. Nice. All right. Let's get to some news and to the
Those
show.
Penthouse comics are so good.
They are. It's a nice series. The comics inside are decent too.
Yeah.
And you normally get one to two pictorials. There's 2 pictorials in this one, so that's nice.
So before we begin, please hit that like button. Please
I
share
agree,
this with your
Terry.
friends.
I agree,
and
Terry.
Please subscribe to the channel.
I agree she's overrated, but still not going to pass up the cover.
All right, let's get. A little weekend update. There was not much going on with the news, but I did find a few things to talk about. Celebrating 70 years of Godzilla Reign. This was put out by I think I put this out. I'm sorry. A big congrats to Toho for 70 amazing years of Godzilla, the King of Monsters, is as iconic as ever, and we're proud to roar alongside you. Following the news, there is a new Godzilla film coming from the director of Godzilla -1.
Yep.
Hopefully, there's more Godzilla in this movie, so it can actually be a Godzilla movie. Just saying.
Hey, there was enough Godzilla in Godzilla -1.
It was not. I don't care about humans. They call die. I want more Godzilla.
And Terry, I know you noted the Josh Burns 1 in 20 of the horror and fantasy. They screwed something up. I believe they're going to put it up on their site for $6.99 for the 1 in 20 because there was some weirdness with Zenoscope in that ratio. So keep an eye out on their website.
Some weirdness, huh?
Yeah, something happened.
If you guys are like me, I have seen every Godzilla movie ever made multiple times.
Mhm.
Nothing beats Godzilla. King Kong can go shove it.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey! Stop
What?
being mean to my giant monkey. Quit it.
Anyway,
he's emotionally stunted. That's why I like Godzilla.
what I really need is a really good Godzilla 1v1 fighting game. I want a Godzilla fighting game. We haven't had a good Godzilla fighting game since the PS2 GameCube.
20 years. It's been 20 years.
And then that game that they had for PS3, PS4, that was a train wreck. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they put it out, but it was bad.
I don't play video
but
games,
the game is worth almost $500 now because it was so bad they stopped making it. Criterion 54 4K. What?
Yep.
54 4K drops Tuesday. Barnes and Noble is running 50% Criterion until 12/2. There isn't Barnes and Nobles near me. I think I have to go pick one up. I want to see what it looks like in 4K. How did they clean it up? So, all right. Next up, Venom: The Last Dance has passed 300 million worldwide. I did not see this coming at all. I did not think this movie would make 300 million.
There you go.
The worldwide, there's a decent worldwide audience for it.
Yeah.
I mean, domestically, it hasn't been lighting the world on fire, but
yeah, I think it's like 85, 90 million domestic. The rest is international. I actually saw this yesterday, and it's a Marvel project / Sony project. And all I have to say is a DC fanboy, I really enjoyed it. It was a really enjoyable film.
Well, it's made back its budget. So
Yeah,
I haven't really enjoyed many of the Venom movies. They just kind of
I
bore
mean,
through them. But I'm not a huge fan of the character either. I love Tom Hardy, but
yeah.
I'd rather just watch Bronson again than watch
There was some
Venom.
parts in it that were questionable, but it wasn't. It wasn't as they weren't enough to take you out of your enjoyment of the movie. I've seen some people complain about certain things that went on in the movie, like it's not really a spoiler for the movie, but someone pees on Tom Hardy's foot, and people just having a big thing about it. It wasn't
Yeah,
that bad.
I try not to get my anger up or down about cape shit movies. I'll watch it when it's free,
Hey,
and that's
hey,
good
RJ.
enough for me.
Shout Studios has been running Godzilla marathons past month or so. Venom 3 is such a meh movie. It was better than Wolverine and Daredevil. Daredevil and Wolverine.
Deadpool,
I
And
said it.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I said it. It was better than Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh well, you know what? You can have that opinion. I
It had
disagree.
more of a story than Deadpool and Wolverine. That's my opinion and my hot
You went
take
to go
for the
see a
day.
Deadpool movie expecting a great story.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's a Deadpool movie. You go to
Yeah.
Deadpool movies for the dirty jokes and the
Yeah, I don't
fighting
know.
and the action.
Yeah.
I just think Deadpool and Wolverine got a pass on story because people were nostalgic to see most of those characters from the Fox movie.
Okay,
Meh,
and
meh.
It's still made a fuck ton of money.
yep,
It's
still made well over a
it's not
billy.
awful. It's just a really weird movie. It's caught between two different plots that don't always mesh well. Degrassi, I agree, Brucifer. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad somebody agrees with me.
I was not happy with this movie, but hey, to each their own. You
Yeah,
can love it, you can not love it. I mean,
yeah.
to each their own, bro.
You don't have to love every movie that comes out. You don't have to like it.
I
You
mean,
don't
I'll
have
see
to
it
hate
as
every
long as
movie.
it's better than the last one, which was awful. I'll be fine with it.
Yeah. So, next up, what we have. This is the 2025 slate. What are you guys excited for on this slate for next year from the MCU?
Daredevil, Born Again,
Mhm.
Fantastic Four, Marvel Zombies.
I'm excited for
Oh, and Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts.
Captain America, Marvel Zombies,
Don't care.
and maybe Thunderbolts. I can care less about Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Wonder Man, and Eyes of Wakanda, and
I've
Daredevil.
I would say my first is definitely Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because I like him as Daredevil. He has good. He's good on screen. We've
Mhm.
seen him as Daredevil plenty of times before, so we know he can carry the role. So as long as they give him some material to work with, and I can finally get some good street level stuff, I'm happy. And I can get it in a decent length series. I'm happy with that. The more I watch the Thunderbolts trailer, the more I'm just excited about Thunderbolts, which is weird because I didn't think it would be something initially that I was like, oh, come on, man. But I don't know. I just
I will.
And
I'm very much warming up the Thunderbolts.
after seeing that little snippet teaser thing they put out for their live action, it has me questioning why Wonder Man, why?
I don't
I
get it. I don't get why Wonder. First of all, no, just no. And second of all, no, just no. Um, as for the animated stuff, I always watch the Marvel animated stuff because they do really good with their animated. Uh,
I see. I'm not a huge fan of their animated stuff. I didn't really like What If.
I've
Uh,
loved What If, but I
and a
always
lot of
liked
people
What If
did, and
stories.
it's just like a personal thing for me. I like
I
for
didn't
What
watch the
If for
second
me, it's
season.
like I just want an anthology series where you're
Second
giving me
season,
one-off episodes.
second season is really good. You should watch it. But that's in my
Uh,
opinion. Again, as for like, and I don't want people to think I'm not looking forward to Captain America. It's just not like top of my list. It's something I'll watch simply
I
because I want to see how well he does. But
when I because I watched both trailers back. I watched Captain America's trailer and I watched the Thunderbolts trailer back to back, and I was like, I kind of want to watch the Thunderbolts one a lot more.
Yeah.
It just felt like it'd be a little more fun. I don't know. Like that Wonder Man, I don't fucking I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why Marvel has to do series. Do like they did the one thing with like Werewolf by Night, where they did like a an hour long thing. Do something like that with a character. If you want to really, if your point of doing a Wonder Man series is to bring Wonder Man into the universe in some way, and this is your way of introducing him, just do a one shot. Do an hour and a half little one shot episode, and people will be like, oh, either I really like that character, or I could give a shit less. It's Wonder Man. Most people give a shit less about Wonder Man.
To AOA. What you guys do to him? Joe and Thade are dead to me. What you guys do to him?
Because I did mention Captain America, I think.
It's Falcap. It's Falcap. Come on, AOA.
I will say this, though. I think I've heard rumor, and keep in mind, take this with a huge grain of salt, that the next one shot that they're going to do is probably going to be a Ghost Rider one shot. Which would be interesting.
I'm fine with that. And I'm fine if they use a different Ghost Rider in that. If they do a one shot and give me a Robbie Reyes, I'm fine with that. And give me Johnny Blaze later. I'm fine with that. I just wish they would do more one shots.
I'd really like to see I'm really big with origin stories of why things happen. And here recently, I listened to a YouTube channel called The Mary Marvelite.
Oh yeah,
and he was talking about the origin of Ghost Rider. He's doing a little series of videos, the origin of Ghost Rider, and he went back to the start of where the spirits of vengeance and stuff come from. And that's an interesting story. I actually went through and started reading them because he does something really cool. Like the stuff he talks about, he'll put the books in the description where you can go read them. And I find that interesting. But that's just me. I'm weird. I like origin story shit, and I like what ifs. And people seem to think I'm crazy for it. But yeah.
I was never a fan of Johnny Blaze, but I was a fan of Danny Ketch. I was a '90s Ghost Rider fan.
And come to find out, they're all related.
Danny Ketch is my Ghost Rider as well. I mean, growing up with the comics, that's where you got your first big introduction.
My favorite
Danny Ketch.
My favorite. My favorite. Midnight Suns series in the 90s was Siege of Darkness. It's where Lilith where she came forward with her Lila in it when she was trying to take over the earth, and you had all the spirits of vengeance. It was the first time that Danny Ketch's Ghost Rider dies. It's also where you kind of get the first appearance of Bandolino's Vengeance and a couple of other Ghost Rider type characters. It's really cool.
A Nomad series would be awesome.
Wait, do we want a Nomad series? I would take a
Nomad. Dude, a Nomad series.
Wonder Man series, for God's sake.
I know, we could do Nomad. Why not?
I don't know. I'm sorry, AOA, that Cap doesn't get my juices flowing for this. Everything with me with Marvel, it's like I'm looking for a tone.
Yeah,
and a feeling. And Daredevil is okay, it's dark, it's street level. I dig that. Thunderbolts, it's kind of lighthearted and fun. I'm down with that. Cap just feels like it's serious but not dark, and that's just it doesn't get my juices flowing.
What was it? A action espionage type movie they got going on, like the series?
That's the thing too.
It ain't Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. It's freaking Captain America.
Well, that's the thing too. I hate to say it, guys, but spy movies have never appealed to me.
I love spy movies, but
I got but see, I got waterboarded with them as a kid because of my dad. So they're not a big thing for me. But I'll watch them from time to time. I mean, they're interesting. But I don't know. I'm not real sure about Captain America yet, but I hope I hope it does well, because I so love to see people that hate the fact that he's Captain America freak out. So yeah, I mean, I hope it does well. I hope that the movie makes a lot of money. I definitely want to see the Red Hulk as
Red Hulk.
It bothers me that you take a 70-year-old that died as Thunderbolt Ross, and you're like, hey, I think the best thing to do is find somebody that's 10 years older than that to cast.
When I did that stream, was he too old? People came at me. People messaged me. Wow. If you want these characters to stick around, you can't have 80-year-old men replacing 70-year-old men. and expect
especially
the character
somebody
to be
who,
around for 10 years.
especially somebody who has no desire to be in the MCU
No,
for the long
he doesn't
run.
care.
Dude, at this point, Harrison Ford's doing things for a paycheck, and I love Harrison. Don't get me wrong, but look, he's 80-something years old. He needs
And
something.
he's a great guy. He used to get his helicopter service near where I went to school in college, and my buddy valeted a restaurant. He was always nice every time he came in. Always tipped exceptionally well. He's a real down to earth, nice guy. Love Harrison Ford, but the guy's in his 80s. If you want characters to persist, I mean, if you're fine with swapping up actors over and over, that's fine. There's one for some reason you couldn't recast, but I don't get that.
Oh, I heard that shot, Joe.
I love the character, and it still makes me mad they didn't really recast it because they really missed something special there.
I completely agree with you. I completely agree.
Fantastic Four will be great, especially if they move it to Christmas 2025. I think that's the best for them to do. It'll be going up against a lot of heavy hitters that month.
Like I'm cool with it. Like the Spider-Man, it'll be fun to watch because I don't gotta do anything. I can sit on my damn couch and watch it, and it'll be a fun little show. I'm not expecting much out of it. And Cap again, I hope it's good. I like Sam. I like Sam a lot. The tone of it throws me off. Daredevil looks good.
I like him better than what's his name, Rhodey.
I don't know what the hell they're doing with Ironheart.
I have absolutely no interest in Ironheart, and that's sad because in the comic book she wasn't all that bad in my opinion. But I have absolutely no interest in seeing somebody else try to play Iron Man Jr. Sorry.
I just don't have an interest in it. I'm completely ambivalent toward it. Fan Four, I'm excited to see what they do with Fantastic Four, and see if they can not shit the bed again with a Fantastic Four movie. That would be nice.
I still think the costumes look horrible from what they're shown.
Yeah, but
I do not like the costumes.
The time period that they're placing it in and stuff like that. If they do it right, once everything's cleaned up, I'm sure it'll look fine. I don't know.
Oh, nothing to do with Superman. Fantastic Four is being rushed.
I'm not surprised.
After Secret Wars, the MCU will be mostly focused on the X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Fantastic Four.
And that's what I'm looking for. I want the X-Men.
You still got 4 more years, buddy. 4 more years.
You want to see a slate that I'll be happy for when you pop one of these things up here? It'll be the X-Men slate.
And I think that's kind of the problem as well. Waiting. We've had some tease. We've had that tease with Deadpool and Wolverine. You had that tease of like, oh shit, I remember the X-Men on screen, and I want to see that.
I've been waiting. I lived through the Infinity Saga. I'm living through whatever this bullshit is right now going on with Marvel. I want the X-Men. I've been waiting. I think I did well. I got through the Avengers bullshit. Okay, give me the X-Men. Give me the I had that Fox shit. Okay, 2 movies, 4 movies maybe out of all that shit Fox made. I don't fucking think so.
What are you talking about? The first X-Men was good, and then fast forward to First Class.
First Class was good. Days of Future Past was good.
Yes.
Deadpool movies were good. Logan was good. The rest of it was crap. The Singer X-Men movie sucked.
I will take
only like 2.
I will take the worst X-Men movie made so far over any of the Fantastic Four movies that have come out.
There you go. I will do that, Joe. I will give you that. The Fantastic Four movies blew worse than that, okay? But I'm sorry, the Singer X-Men movie sucks. And whoever, I'm sorry, I got to call people out. Whoever seems to think that X-Men 2, X-Men United is a great movie, the best part of that movie is Nightcrawler, okay? And that's it.
That was and it's true. Iron Man has always been a shit character. Nobody's ever given 2 shits about him in the comics unless he was in the bottom of a fucking bottle of liquor. And Robert Downey Jr., because that's the only properties Marvel had. They had the shitty Avenger characters that nobody really cared about. That's why Avenger books were always sitting in dollar bins. And that's what they had the rights to, and that's what they launched. And Robert Downey Jr. is a damn good actor. He made him interesting.
Yeah, and that the thing is look, you had Robert Downey Jr. coming out of his legal issues. And Favreau put a hand out. RDJ said sure, and I'm sorry, but at the time in the comic books, the way they were drawing Iron Man, the way they were drawing,
when they gave him a nose,
the way they were drawing Tony Stark, RDJ killed it. I mean, he came in, he looks like Tony Stark, he looks like the way I've always seen Tony Stark. And he did well. I'm not saying the Avengers movies were fucking horrible. I'm just saying I lived through the Infinity Saga so I could get to the X-Men. And for them to take all these C-level characters, in my opinion, and make them good, sure, why not? But I want to see what they'll do with the X-Men.
Remember The Crossing? Who plays young Tony Stark?
The Crossing was horrible, and I hope they never make that live action. Jesus
I think it will be.
Christ.
Let's move on from this. Loki Season 2 is releasing in this collector's edition 4K steelbook on December 3rd. This looks nice.
No one cares.
It's pretty. And if you like collecting steelbooks,
this is for Max.
Which if
Max
I had the money,
steelbooks.
if I had the money to collect steelbooks, I probably would, because I think the art on some of them are great. I was friends with a kid for the longest time that's what he did. He collected steelbooks. Didn't matter what it was, he bought it in steelbook. Okay.
I only have a
and I like them. I think they're pretty, but who really has $40 at a time when you're collecting comic books to pay for a fucking steelbook?
Well, I used to get mine on Black Friday from Blockbuster.
Especially if you can get all of this on a streaming service.
Yeah, I mean, my problem is I don't give a shit about the Marvel stuff enough to want to buy it in steelbook or even own it physically. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to take any of this Marvel stuff off of Disney.
No, they're never going to.
No.
It's the biggest IP, and everybody who's Disney's going to remove all the Marvel stuff because it's woke. Yeah, whatever.
But even if they do, I don't give a shit if they do. Am I really chomping at the bit to watch Loki Season 2 again? No. I watched it once. I think that was good enough.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is this?
That's fair. What are you looking at?
Somebody put up something about who's your favorite Young Avenger. Even though they're not confirmed to be Young Avengers, but moving on from that 4K steelbook, here we go.
My favorite would probably be Wiccan.
There we go.
Either Wiccan or see, I like Stature, but I've heard a whole lot of people who do, and I liked Kate Bishop in her show.
I'm a big Kate Bishop fan.
I love Kate Bishop. I loved Kamala. I loved Wiccan.
I don't like Kid Loki.
And the kid who plays Kamala Khan, she does so well.
Oh, she's great.
She is good. I enjoyed the Miss Marvel series. I didn't enjoy the Marvels, the movie, but I enjoyed the series.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
AOA, remember for 8 months, they is friends with kids. Jeez.
The hell is that supposed to fucking mean?
Big boob still covers.
Yo, dude, if you're joking, that's great, but don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
Is this? But I mean, is this the lineup that they're actually considering?
No, this is just somebody put up. These are all the young superheroes
because they seem to flush America Chavez down the toilet really fast.
I like her character. I like the actor.
It was fine. Her character was fine.
Yes,
but they were like, oh yeah, we're just going to forget about you now. You had your time to shine briefly. And then,
I think she did. I think she did well in Multiverse of Madness. I think she did good. As for the bottom rung here, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Dade said he was friends with a kid who collected steel books.
When I say a kid, the guy was in his 20s. The guy was in his 20s, man. Don't fuck around like that, bro. Like, seriously. People take that shit too seriously, man. Don't do that again, please. Don't do that again.
But yeah, these I don't care. I don't care about a handful of those. I don't know. If they do it, I want them to do it as a series, a streaming series, not a movie.
That would be better as a streaming series. I agree.
Because I mean, if I could watch the Runaways, I could watch the Young Avengers.
And there's one missing, by the way. If you're gonna have Wiccan, you have to have his brother.
Well, he hasn't been introduced into the universe yet, so.
Well, he was in WandaVision.
Yeah, he has in
as a kid. He was introduced as a kid.
They're not the same actors.
No, but
character was introduced.
Wasn't he supposed to be trying to find him by the end of the Witch's Road? I haven't gotten to that last episode, but
truthfully, I would be happy if they scrapped all of this and instead gave me a West Coast Avengers. Something more
that
fun.
would be a weird ass movie because the West Coast Avengers are always kind of weird.
Well, the last iteration of West Coast Avengers were all the young kids from Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Now, what I hope they never do, unless they did it as a comedy, would be like Great Lakes Avengers. That would be funny.
Oh God, no.
Squirrel Girl.
No. Just stop.
I said, if they want to do this, that's fine. I guess we're not going to get an Iron Lad. I guess we're going to get Iron Heart instead. But
Iron Lad wasn't around for that long.
No, but still, Iron Lad versus Iron Heart. Anyway.
Like I said, I'm perfectly I would have no desire to see it if it was a movie.
Just scrap all it and give me a Death series.
Yeah, true. But I would watch it if they did it as a streaming show, and had it be a little more lighthearted and try not to be serious. Then I'm fine with it because I'm not going to take any of those people seriously if they try to do a serious show.
Yeah,
outside of Kate Bishop, because I love Kate Bishop.
All right, moving on. Comic reviews. We reviewed 3 comics this week. That's I'll put it nicely. Comics. First up, we have Exiles #1.
Very much enjoyed it.
I really liked this. This was really good.
I enjoyed
it. The artwork was good.
I enjoyed it, but the only problem I had with it is sometimes the artwork overpowered the dialogue. There was a lot going on some of these.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, and some of the panels got a little confusing. You had to kind of roll back through it again. And okay, who is that there? Who is that there? Because you're introduced to a lot of characters and a lot going on in very small panels. And
now, all in all, the story was good though.
It was a good intro. It was a very good intro. But then again, I'm that way with so many books. I read it, I'm like, okay, they started this off pretty good. It's just where it goes from here. It will be interesting. I'll probably keep reading it.
People that haven't read this, these seven adults are at a funeral for a man that they find out he's their father, and he made a deal with the devil and for their souls, and they all have powers, different powers to go along with these deals they made with the devil. He made with the devil, and the demons are trying to collect. Want them to go home to hell.
I liked the interior art. It fit the mood. It was decent. There wasn't, for what they're trying to set up, there wasn't a ridiculous amount of dialogue, because books like this sometimes, where they're trying to establish something, have way too much dialogue, and you're like, come on, man. So it was good. It was good. It was well paced. It wasn't overly long. It didn't really drag anywhere. So decent.
No, I will give it that. There was no drag. So far, good introduction to the story. I'm curious as to where it goes.
Like Exorcist is 1600. I love that book, but it had a drag. It wasn't well paced, that first issue.
Yeah,
I could have lopped off 10 pages of that and just been just fine. This was well paced all through. It was, everything seemed relevant, and it just kept moving forward.
Yeah, this is good. I will read the second issue because I want to see where this goes and
how
this develops.
Did one of the 7 die at the end? Or is that another descendant we didn't know about?
Some of the it was
it was hard.
A little bit of the issue. is some of the panels, it's really hard to tell exactly what's going on because you get a lot of these small, either small square panels or these really small rectangular panels where you're just introduced to these characters. Everything is very darkly drawn and sketched where you don't really know who's who yet. So you're just still getting used to the characters. Yeah. And it's like, okay, who's that person? Who's that person? So it's, I'm sure they'll clean it up as it gets into the next few issues.
And for anyone interested in this book, this is a Mad Cave title. It's by Cullen Bunn on writing and Joe Picardo interior art.
I mean, like I said, I like the interior art fit the theme very well. Yeah. So I was happy with that. But again, just some of the panels were just a little small, and it's for all the action going on, it was a little jumbled at times.
Yep. So we all recommend this book. So you see it on your shelf, pick it up. It was interesting enough to warrant a second look at the second issue when it comes out.
So it's definitely good. You know who this kind of art I always wanted to see an artist by the name of Stephen Gamble do comic books, but he never did. He's the guy who did the illustrations and the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. I always wanted to see him do a horror comic because his art is terrifying. When I was a kid, it was bad, man.
Wow. So, all right, next up, we reviewed wrong. God damn it! We reviewed Poison Ivy, Swamp Thing, Feral Trees #1, not Iron Man #1. I always got to make one mistake every week.
So my question is this: is this going to be an ongoing series, or was this just a standalone story? Because
it felt like, did it feel like a one shot?
It felt like a one shot, and that makes me curious as to why they put the #1 on it. I think that this seemed like a one shot, and it seemed like they were trying to teach her about being part of the Green, because she seems to be a part of the Green. She's just fighting it.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to give up her love for humanity.
#1, design points. Thank you. Speech bubbles, different color for the different characters speaking.
Yes.
I loved that. I loved that. That was great.
That made my life a lot easier because outside of Swamp Thing, there's some other characters introduced that look pretty similar. But having the speech bubbles, different colors, made it clear very quickly who was speaking.
Yeah, and I appreciated that very much so. Also, just this book was incredibly sad. It was the last one I read today. And it was just, ow.
I was fine up until 90% of the way through, until at the end she has to be like, it's rich people's fault for rich people are living nice and poor people. I was like, what the fuck is, come on, man. It's unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary in the story.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They pushed it.
I mean, the story of the girl, the tragic end of the girl in here. Yes, she had a very hard life. Yeah. She wasn't being held down by rich people. She just had a really shitty life. So it's like, why throw that little classist bullshit in at the end? Because it's for her to get so angry about it when it's like, okay, well, a rich person wasn't giving the girl heroin and making her shoot up heroin. It's like, so that kind of took me out of the story a bit and kind of pissed me off at the end.
I really enjoyed the story. I didn't even realize it was as many pages as it was until I was like, oh wait, we're up to like 40 pages now. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a little pagey, but just like Joe said, I got kind of thrown off by look, Addiction's a hard enough story to get through without having to deal with Pamela losing it over classism.
Yeah, you could have just talked about her being a forgotten person, shoved aside in society and forgotten about, and that would have been fine. Talk about forgotten people, whatever. Is like it seemed out of place for everything else that went on in the story, and I was like, for her to come out with that with such anger at the end, I'm like, well, I don't know. I love Swamp Thing though. Swamp Thing never lets me down.
I guess it does fit what's been transpiring with her in her own title and across other titles. So I can see why that was thrown in. She's
I
angry
always
at the world.
I always enjoy the Parliament of Trees though. They're great. All the Parliament of Trees characters are cool.
Yeah, there's cool characters in this. I enjoy, like I said, I enjoyed 95% of it. And then at the end, I was like, what? And then at the end, I was like you, I was like, is this a one shot? Because it feels like you just gave me kind of a complete story.
Yeah.
It's a sad story, but I felt like I got a complete story. And I was like, is this a mini series or where do you go from here? What the, so.
I'm thinking it's a one shot, maybe. Well, I don't see anything for a second issue.
I didn't either, but yeah, why they throw one on there?
And for anybody interested, this is written by Willow Wilson and art by Mike Perkins.
The art was nice.
Yeah.
The art was cool.
And like I said, big props for different color speech bubbles. Thank you.
The green and the rot still have their element war.
It seems like that's still going on a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I really did love the whole point of her being half in, half out. I really love that she.
Well, I think
she was pulled in from the green, but she wasn't fully committed to the green's quest.
Yeah. And let me tell you, the Parliament of the Trees tells her about it in this book, man.
Yeah.
They call her out. They are
That's the Swamp
not
Thing.
That's not just Swamp Thing though. It's the other Parliament of Trees characters are calling her out too. They're like, "Hey, you've got to stop being half in, half out,"
Yeah.
I mean, it was an interesting read. I would recommend it. It was. I mean, if you're a Swamp Thing fan or an Ivy fan, or a fan of the Green in general, it's a decent read.
You also get a little cameo of Harley at the first part. You don't really get her as a character, but you get a Harley cameo there, and it's a good panel. It's a pretty panel.
Yeah, it is.
Other than that, I mean, it's a good story. It's just it's incredibly sad.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a sad story. I don't regret reading it. I love Swamp Thing stories, and I just love seeing Swamp Thing in general because
I will say this book made me want to go back and try to check out some of the Swamp Thing stuff I haven't read in a while. I used to read.
There was a Black series that they just did that was really good. Black Label.
I used to read a lot of Swamp Thing back in the 90s, but I haven't read him in years.
Yeah.
But this gave me an appreciation for the character again. I will say that.
And the next book we read, Sectors #1. Throwback 80s to the 80s cartoon.
I used to have these toys.
I wish I could say I gave two shits about this book. I read it. I didn't give two shits about this book.
It sounds fun.
It was He-Man with insects.
Definitely. It
was definitely He-Man with insects.
Basically.
It's Bugman. It's a Bugman book. But I liked it. I liked it for the nostalgia, Brad. Will I continue reading it? Probably not. I don't know. Spydrax showed up, so I don't know, maybe. But
personally, I didn't need this, but I was never a huge Sectars homer anyway. It just wasn't a toy or the brief cartoon. I was never a huge fan anyway. I just watched it, but I didn't care about it. So
Chris and I have been talking about the old like cartoons and stuff we watched in the 80s. So this was kind of a thing that like made me smile when you brought this up because I was like, Sectars, yeah. Because Chris and I talked about it recently, but
I'd rather see Silverhawks than
I can't wait for Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a thing?
It's going to be a thing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I wish it was a cartoon thing, but it's going to be a thing.
Yep.
Hey,
I like Sectars. I like it was a book. If you're a fan of Sectars, I'm sure you'll read it and
I enjoyed it because I was a fan
nostalgia.
Of it. It gave me Eternia He-Man vibes, so I liked it.
Well, I had the toys when I was a kid, and there was a cartoon, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a mini cartoon, I think.
It was like 5 episodes.
5 or 6 episodes. It was kind of like at the time there was another thing. Dino Riders was out at the time, and it was kind of like that. Like
Dino Riders.
they did this series for the if you watch the TV series because you bought the toys. That's,
the most memorable series always had their own breakfast cereal. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Dino Riders had its own breakfast cereal.
Where's my She-Ra comics? Damn it!
You'll get it eventually.
You'll get She-Ra.
Yeah. They love Masters of the Universe too much not.
I love She-Ra.
Put out She-Ra.
Dude, they're going back. They're going back and making all these old shows for toys, man. Like they're going back and doing these as comic
and
books
cartoons.
now, man.
I mean, we're getting the Herculoids. We're getting Thundar.
That reminds me. I gotta watch my Thundar. I keep saying that. I gotta watch it. I gotta start watching this.
Is that
watching?
Oh wow, you've got Thundar. Holy crap!
Yeah, both seasons.
Oh, that's amazing.
All 21 exciting episodes.
It's good stuff.
They made such an impact, and it was only 21 episodes.
I love Thundar.
Well, dude, G.I. Joe
Joe
only made like 2 seasons, man, of cartoons.
Thundar never has had a comic. This will be the first time Thundar has a comic.
I love it. I love it.
Yep. I did not know that.
Yeah. First appearance of Thundar in comics.
Wow. So, that's fascinating. I like that.
Bruce, She-Ra is coming in the next season of Masters of the Universe. Ooh, that's right, on Netflix. Netflix? Yes.
Yeah, Netflix.
I did love that Netflix show. I love that Netflix show, Masters of the Universe. That was so good.
It was, and I don't understand all the complaining about it, but hey, whatever.
Yay. All right, let's move on. Wait, what's next? What do I have up next? Oh, I know what's next. I'm actually prepared this time.
Oh no. Flaming hot.
Ooh.
What you got for us this week?
Well, what I got for you this week?
Yeah, what you got for us?
At number 10, we had Kaori number 1, the Maria Wolf variant.
Oh, you went with the Wolf variant?
Yeah,
I like the Marvel universe, the MCU one that they have. Cover that they have.
I like this.
There's actually all of the covers on this are good.
Yeah.
I never sleep on Marvel Voices stuff, by the way, because they always have really low print runs and they always have some decent covers and stuff like that tend to hold some value sometimes.
Yeah, and what Joe is talking about is this cover and also this cover.
Yep.
I like this character. I liked her in the What If episode, and I play a mobile game called Marvel Future Fight. You can get her as a character in that game. She's pretty cool. I like her powers. They're unique.
Yeah.
It's a good Maria Wolf cover. Because Maria Wolf for me is very like hit or miss. I either absolutely love what she does or I just don't like it at all. This is good Maria Wolf. I like it.
Yep. So at number 9. We have Scorched 35, the Carlos variant. A little spawn cheeks and cake.
That's a nice keister.
That's some nice cake. Yeah,
it's carrying some weight to it. I like that.
Yeah,
it looks like a still from like an animated show. That's what I liked about it.
It does.
I wish
art is really good on this.
I just can't get into the whole Spawn universe thing. It just
the Spawn universe.
It's something I never got into in the 90s, and I never carried it through. So I just never felt like dipping my toe back into it.
The thing with Spawn is you've got to be able to deal with edgy for edgy's sake. I used to read Spawn quite a bit. I haven't in years, but I was thinking about getting into Gunslinger Spawn because that looks cool. But
Gunslinger Spawn was the first. I read the first 10 to 12 issues, and it was really good. The character's background is amazing. Actually, I like Gunslinger Spawn better than regular Spawn.
That makes sense. I tended to like the variant Spawns better myself in the old comic series. I think Al Simmons is a bit of a candy ass, but that's my that's my opinion.
Before you piss off any more Spawn fans,
I just never got into it. I don't have anything against it, and I truthfully love Spawn fans because I appreciate a rabid fan base that keeps a title moving for that many years, like the Spawn fan base has, without having all of the associated bells and whistles of. I mean, I'm not going to count any live action Spawn that we've seen in the past, things like that.
I need to find a
You
YouTube
know,
channel where they just break down the entire Spawn history in a half hour.
there's a couple I could give them to you. I literally can. I'll look them up for you and send you the links. But
I don't know, Zaggy. I don't know what goes on in Spawn comics because I don't read them.
I will say this: the coolest like Spawn to me was that HBO cartoon, that adult cartoon back in the '90s. That was an amazing cartoon. I love those storylines.
I read first issues of Spawn. It's not good. Toad McFucknuts is a sucky writer. Toad McFucknuts.
I never got into it. Like I said, I appreciate the fan base because I like somebody that can keep a series alive.
Yeah.
All right,
that long without all the extra stuff.
I'm gonna have to throttle one of our viewers now. I'm joking.
Toad McFucknuts. I love it. All right, number 8. We have Birds of Prey, number 15, the Cunha variant. This cover is fire.
I'll take
this cover.
It's the same as the foil cover, isn't it? Only the foil is just Canary, and foil in the background. Yeah. I love Canary. I love Canary covers. Canary will have her own series very shortly. I forget whether it's a mini or not. But,
I think it's a mini Black label series, or Elseworlds.
Yeah, I love Canary, and anytime she gets the focus, I'm happy.
And Acuna is a really good cover artist.
Yeah,
done some really good work. All right, what do we have next at number 7? We have X-Men number 7, the 1-in-100 Jones Incentives, a little Psylocke in the forest. There is a trade dress of this if you don't want to spend. Of course there is.
And anytime you see a Marvel 1-in-100, know that there's probably a trade dress version of
agree.
Sitting out.
I like this cover, but then again, I've always liked Psylocke too. So,
well, that's why I've started looking more at Marvel 1-in-25s than the 1-in-100s. Because a lot of times the 1-in-25 will be unique art, whereas the 1-in-100 is just a version cover of whatever the hell they have for open order. So, but yeah, Psylocke covers are always great. And she'll have her own series soon as well. So
yeah, everybody gets a series. Where's my Cyclops and Havoc series?
Yeah, thank you for. Oh, X-Men is getting too complex, so we're going to end all the titles, and let's just start 70 new titles instead.
True.
Fucking dipshit.
At number 6, we have Justice Society of America number 1, the 1-in-25 Weenie Boo Incentive. I love this. This is probably the best Boo cover I've liked in a long time.
Who are these characters? I don't recognize them.
She hasn't done it.
They're new characters.
A ton of stuff recently.
Oh, is this part of the new All In?
Yeah.
Is this part of the Dark Side universe or whatever?
Yes. All In. Everybody can start here.
It's cover candy, AOA. It's cover candy. It's cover candy.
I want to see Psylocke Archangel series. Didn't they date for a while in the comics?
Yes, they did. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And there's a scene where he was not with Psylocke, but he also dated Paige Guthrie, and that was disturbing. That was an interesting sight. Anyway, Archangel and Paige Guthrie flying above her parents' house in
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clothes floating
5.
down.
Let's get the bottom 5 of the list. We have Absolute Superman #1, the 1 in 50 crane incentive. There is a trade dress of this.
That is terrifying.
Yep.
I love this cover.
That is terrifying, and I like
Superman looked like he's about to kick some ass. No names. Like he got molten lava.
I'm interested to see what they do with Supes, and I mean, like I said, the Batman one for me was okay. I didn't dislike it, but I was kind of meh. I love the Wonder Woman one. I like the twist they have there, so I'm excited about this one.
I am,
and I'm not, and I find Superman excessively boring. So maybe they can make him not so boring. That would be awesome.
Joe, we were friends once. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Boring. Too overpowered.
He hasn't been overpowered in decades.
He's Superman, dude. Come on. He is overpowered. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I just said he's a little boring.
I'm just defending Superman. Shh. I am.
They couldn't even let him drink a beer on the cover of a goddamn book without it being recalled.
Well,
yeah, that was a bit.
He's America's Boy Scout. He can't drink.
Bullshit. Let the man get lit up once.
Hopefully, he's doing some. Him and Diana are boning in the Astro universe. The way God intended.
Diana and Superman as God intended. As God intended.
Lois is fling.
I hope he's banging Jimmy Olsen in this.
Cal and Diana all the way.
Whoa!
There we go. Take that and put it in your cap.
I hear he's gonna be Pan.
Well, he's an alien. They don't have bingers.
Well, we don't know. Maybe Kryptonians do.
He had a mom and dad, didn't he? They seem to have.
Not in this universe.
We'll see.
He was born from a machine. I hope James Gunn doesn't make him boring in new movie.
That is what we all hope, man. That is what we all hope.
Just have to trust in Gunn's track record and hope we get
What's
some good.
Up,
he wanted to start with Superman, so
Bird is ending his channel, unfortunately. I think your last show is November 7th. Sorry to see you go, buddy. You had some great content.
You'll be back. They always come back.
You're always invited for a guest spot on the show if you ever want to come on.
Every time I think I'm getting out, they drag me back in.
Drag me back in. Fer, your last show was November 7th, you said, I believe. Thursday at what time? 7? 8? Give me a holla. Godfather 3. So, thank you. 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time. At number 4. We have Batgirl #1 Art Germ foil variant. Yay! She's back.
Sandra got her own title now.
She got her own title again.
Cassandra.
Don't have to deal with Batgirls now. I can just deal with Batgirl.
I like Batgirls.
I do too. I have
most of the really good covers.
I have most of the run.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good Archer.
So there's a trade. There's a regular card stock, and then they have this foil. So cool Batgirl cover.
She didn't miss Ab Day. I'll tell you that much.
Oof. I don't want to see her in a dark alley. Not gonna kick my ass.
Like I said, I'm more of a Babs fan, but I like a Sandra game.
And don't ask what I'm doing in that dark alley. At number 3. Action Comics 1074, the 1 in 25, Mark Spears incentive. I love this cover. Had this on FOC last month.
That
This is
is
a
an
beautiful
amazing
cover.
cover. I
Beautiful
think it's
cover.
Yeah, all the Spear
gorgeous.
stuff is fun. Just feels
This
good and
gives me
wholesome.
this gives me like, I know this is gonna sound kind of hokey and all that, but it kind of gives me like that all American feeling, like what Superman's supposed to be, man.
It's a cover of hope. That's the way. When I first saw this, I'm like, "Ooh, I feel very hopeful right now. I believe it. I can fly." That's what the new Superman movie will do. It will make you believe you can fly.
You'll believe a
Allegedly,
man can fly. That was actually the tagline for the original Superman movie
yes.
in '78.
You know what I want to see in James Gunn's Superman movie? I want to
What?
see Superman say, "This is a job for a Superman."
Yeah. Hey, I know you're going.
And and James Gunn is just hokey enough to do that.
You know, people will lose their shit. Max will lose his shit if that happened.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
most of the Snyder types will get mad about that, but
not
that's
Snyder
okay.
type, just Max. We're not lumping everybody together.
Okay, fine. I apologize for lumping.
Yes, before I lump you up.
Ooh, don't threaten
Follow
me with
Ed
a good
LeBeau
time.
on Instagram if you want to. All right. Now we have two more hot covers for the week. And maybe I should play this. Something is killing the children. Number 0, the 1 in 25, the Kyle incentive. This cover is fire. I
It's
love
hard
this
to
cover.
it's hard to pass up a decall and a something that's
Oh,
killing the
this is
children
so
cover.
good.
That is a gorgeous cover. And that's something is killing the children.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm a little worn out from something is killing the children books because every goddamn issue has ridiculous amount of covers, ratios, and incentives, and they're all very pleasing on the eye.
They all look really good. They have really good
Yeah.
artists on these covers, and it
Yeah.
sucks because it's expensive.
And it sucks because you don't want to be happy about it, but you're happy about it. It sucks.
Very happy about it.
I mean, I need to get back into reading it again.
How many
I read the first story arc,
You dick.
and then I kind of fell off for a while. And once they started doing House of Slaughter and all the other stuff,
Yeah.
I just kind of fell off of it.
House of Slaughter's still going.
Yeah. There's another spinoff as well coming.
Jeez.
So yeah.
And the number 1 book of this week's New Comic Book Day is Poison Ivy 27, the 1 in 25 Puppeteer Lee incentive. This is a beautiful cover of Poison Ivy.
And Puppeteer Lee is
an
insane
so good.
artist.
This art is amazing. Yeah. And in more the words of Matt from SNS, I will put this in a campus.
No. Yeah, I just I don't know, the book inside that just doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
But
this is only supposed to be a miniseries, and then the covers were really good, and they just keep going.
And that's what gets me. That's what gets me. Same
Jeez,
with Catwoman. Same with Harley. That's what gets me.
That's the great thing about children. You can always make more. God, I love her. That's great.
What?
Plenty of baby banner out there.
Because AOA asked, how many children are left in Something's Killing the Children?
That is hilarious, Mama Bear. Definitely hilarious. Not me, not anymore. Yeah.
So that is the Flaming Hot Covers of the week. Next up, we have some graded video games. Ooh. We have a lot of ungraded NES accessories sealed. I don't know who sealed this. We have released in 1990. It's a 4-way port for you and your friends. Sold for $500. I've never seen this thing ever.
I actually owned one. It was an easy way to play 4 ways on Nintendo, but
And my parents didn't want the dirty neighborhood kids in my house.
well, I mean,
But
if you had xenophobic parents or something,
no, jeez. My mother thought all kids had germs. They did.
Yeah, but was
Next,
something killing the children in your house?
pretty much. We had MC Kids Wada 9.6 Mint Plus sealed from 1992, sold for $575.
Is that a creeper
This
game?
is a thing.
It seems weird.
Huh?
I'm just looking at the screenshot of that. It just looks unsettling.
Yeah, very good. Help, help. The hamburglar has run off with my magic bag. Please help us get it back. That sounds really
Okay, now I'm
so he wants that kid to help find his bag.
Yes.
Okay, I'm unsettled. I'm unsettled.
Or
it's not
sack.
His sack.
Oh no! Oh no!
Find his sack.
Oh no, Joe! No, no, Joe! No. I am not going to look for the Hamburglar's sack.
No. The kid should just run back in that house yelling "stranger danger" and
run away
and
and
then
hide.
the game's over.
Why is there a clown hanging outside of his house? Somebody tell me this.
And I'm sorry. Last time somebody stole something from me, the last person I looked for to help me was a small child.
Oh.
I think I would look somewhere else for help.
Yeah, same.
I call into question the person that thought up this game. I'm sorry. I really do.
What I'm looking at the price tag on it. It was $47.99.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hates their children.
They not like us. They not like us.
Like I can imagine some kid Christmas morning, be like, "Oh, what am I going to get? What am I going to get?" And they open it up, and it's
this
fucking McDonald's game for Nintendo. And
it's the McDonald's Stranger Danger game.
Oh, let me look at this. It says
it's almost as bad as like getting the
Bad
Bible
Boy
Adventure
Records.
game.
Produced by Bad Boy Records. I'm sorry.
Oh no, he went there. Oh,
woo!
Like that's
it came with a free bottle of
that's definitely a grandparent gift there. It's like I heard he likes the Nintendo. And they pick up that game.
Now is when you cut to art from the Terrifier smiling.
That's when you cut what?
Cut to art from the Terrifier smiling.
Yeah. At least I'm really hoping that small little box on the bottom there that says the proceeds of that game with the Ronald McDonald House, because then at least I can understand. Okay, that's good. That's a good thing at least.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, there's something positive there.
Yeah, there's something.
It's
positive
terrifying, but it's positive.
Game.
Ronald McDonald House became Diddy's playroom. Let me stop. Moving on.
No, just stop, man. Come on, you're hurting me.
We're trying to make this positive. We're trying to turn the corner.
All right, we got Rayman 2: The Great Escape. WADA 9.4 Nibmin sealed, released in 1999 for the Nintendo 64, sold for $612. I love those Rayman games.
Yeah,
back then. They were fun platformers. He didn't have a body, but it was fun. No arms and legs, but it was fun.
I didn't play any games.
Yes, I know.
After Atari, I didn't do anything until I was like in my early 20s and then got a PS2.
We got to get you some VR. Doing some VR. They have a lot of
I have a Quest sitting here at home.
Oh, then why aren't you doing VR cheesecake stuff?
Because I have a job and kids, and I don't have time to play games.
McDiddy's house. Oh no. No.
Wow.
Ronald McDiddy's house. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
bad.
done.
No.
Can somebody with AI that has anybody that has the capability to do some AI?
I'm sure there's a meme out there already somewhere.
Somebody do Ronald McDiddy, put it in there and put out
Escape
a
from
picture
Ronald
and
McDiddy's
send it to
house.
me.
Oh
That's
no.
the
Oh
comment of the
no.
night.
The things that you bring about, man. Come on now.
Oh,
No,
me?
man. No, man.
I'm very
No.
innocent. I'm new to
Oh,
all of this.
you're about as innocent as I am. Okay.
All right. And what do we have next? We have Batman 9.0 VF Seal released in 89 for NES, sold for $875.
That was a fun game.
Yes. This little purple blob was Batman.
Yeah, I actually had this on
I
the Game Boy. The Batman game, Batman 89 that came out on the Game Boy. Played that thing for hours, and I played
couldn't
it
play the
over
game.
and
I couldn't
over
play the
again
Game
too.
Boy at all. I
Really?
couldn't get used to the bright green or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it could be a problem, but and I'm sure there's lots of kids out here that ruin their eyes with the Game Boy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why they came out with that magnifying glass, bright light LED thing that fit.
You guys
to fit on top
remember?
of the Game Boy?
You guys remember the Virtual Boy?
I had one. Oh my god, it gave me a headache. It was horrible.
They were horrible. But man, when we were kids, we thought that was badass. Till we played it, and it was like,
Yeah.
ow, it hurts my head.
I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. And moving on to a factory case pack of 6 Run Saber sealed, sold for $2,750 from 1993. I've never heard of this game from Atlas.
Wow, a case of them sealed.
6 copies.
Wow.
Where was this sitting at?
Like I said, so many of those places went out of business. They probably had so much backstock of crap tossed in warehouses and stuff. And not surprised.
What?
Well, at least it didn't go on the ground like ET.
Oh,
ET belonged in the ground.
and the gameplay looked like this. Looks like Strider.
It does, kind of.
Huh. Never
It
played
looked
this.
like every other side scroller that was
Pretty
available
much.
at the time.
Except Shinobi. Shinobi was the one of a kind.
I loved
Nice.
Shinobi.
It was fun.
I play Shinobi every chance I get.
Have you played the newer versions of it on like Xbox?
Yeah, I have. They're nah, Xbox. What's the Xbox? I played it for PlayStation. Some of the
I have it
Shinobi
on
games
Xbox
were
right now.
hard games.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to some comic market report. Some Silver Age sales this week, in the last week or two. We have Avengers #1, a 7.0 from 1963 off white pages, sold for $10,800. There are a total 5,673 copies of Avengers #1 graded. Highest graded copy is a 9.2, 9.3, 9.4.
No, there's higher than that. Isn't there?
Oh, let me check. Because
Yeah, there got to be higher graded copies.
there might be a
9.2
9.8.
or 9.4.
Let me check.
I'm surprised you're getting anything above a 9 out of that book.
No, it's from 63. It's not that
Yeah,
old.
63. It's not that old.
It's Silver Age.
Yeah, you know, when you get the DC Silver Age, it's hard to find a freaking high grade.
Because DC Silver Age, you're going back to
The highest grade. No,
late 50s.
there's 5.96 out there.
There's 596. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Most of the grades are 4s and anywhere between a Oh damn! From a 2.5 to a 5. Those are the most graded copies.
You know, with all the shit I talk about the Avengers, I really wouldn't mind having a copy of this, the
I
first
don't
the
think
first
I
Avengers book.
Yeah, I mean, most people would enjoy
Yeah.
having a copy of this.
Just to say it's in my, it's in my collection. But
So, be on the lookout for this. Not in. You won't find this at a dollar bin.
No.
oh hell no, definitely
Next,
not
we
a dollar
have classic cover Showcase 14 from 1958. A CGC 7.0 off white the white pages. Sold for $2,520.
Ooh.
There are 306 graded on the census.
You know which Flash book I really want?
Which
I want
Where
the
he has the
Flash.
huge head.
No, I want the Flash of Two
I
Worlds.
love that cover.
I do too.
I want I want to, because I like multiverse stuff. Unlike some people, I want the first multiverse book ever.
Oh, Flash of Two Worlds.
Yeah.
Huh. I just like that cover.
That cover's badass,
like,
and that story's pretty cool. I've read it recently.
it's just like shit. I love the whole Showcase run.
Showcase was a great book. I will give you that. See, what I always loved about DC, and I wish I still felt this way about it, but what I always loved about DC is you
Enjoying
had
it.
Golden Age characters, you had Silver Age characters, you had, Bronze Age characters, and they were all like, it was almost like a legacy thing if you really looked at it. I mean, yeah, I know it was other worlds and all that. It's like multiverse shit, but like it always seemed like a legacy sort of thing to me, and that's what I originally liked about DC. But I don't know, they're just not that way anymore, in my opinion, which sucks. But is what it is.
Yes. Next up, we have Batman 163 from 1964, a CGC 9.4 white pages sold for only $1,680. There are a total of 297 graded on the census. A Joker judge and a Joker jury. Yes, Batman, I'm giving you a fair trial. Ha ha ha!
You
That's
cannot go wrong with Joker covers. You just
That's a great
can't.
cover.
That's a lot of Jokers.
Early Batman Joker covers are always good buys. They always sell.
And you get an extra Batgirl and Batwoman too. As a backup story.
See, that's another thing I liked about these old Silver and Golden Age Superman books is backup stories. DC books.
Multiple backup stories. Especially with Golden Age, you would get like, you look at like All Star and stuff like that. You would get like 9 stories in a comic.
I've also been reading some of the old Marvel like horror books from the 50s and 60s. Those have some really good stories in them too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
all the old monster stuff. Yeah.
Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man 41, 8.5 off-white white pages sold for only $1,110.
That's the first Rhino, right?
Yeah, there's over 5,176 on the census. This is crazy.
And he looks like he just shit out Spider-Man.
Yep.
And he's bouncing too.
He's about to teabag him.
I mean, their things are always good. ASM, the first 50 issues, great. Always sell.
That's another run. Sell. That's another run I wouldn't mind having, like the first 50 to 100 issues of ASM.
Too late on that train.
I'm sure I could find them if I tried, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't.
You could find them. It's just being able to afford them. It's the difficult part. They are pricey.
True. Very pricey.
I had a few of the early ones at one time. I just sold my collection, so I didn't keep them around or whatever. Probably should have.
And next up, we have X-Men number 3 from 1964. First appearance of the Blob. CGC 5.5 off-white to white pages sold for $1,020. There are a total of 2,694 graded copies of this.
I actually had one of those before the CGC gradings. I had a raw copy of this, and it would have made around a 3 to a 5 in grading if I'd have kept it. But I I went to I was doing when I was working for the comic book shops in the early '90s. I did a lot of like conventions and stuff, and I found this and I picked it up for like $150 at the time.
They found the other cases of baby oil at Diddy's.
Oh man, come
Yeah.
on now.
I need to go
Damn.
back to my original X-Men and start working on that run a little better.
That's another that's
Yay,
another.
BK, you're alive. It's good to see
BK,
you.
welcome
BK, I haven't seen you
back.
for a
I
while.
bet he's hacked his way to owning most of these books.
Mm.
Whatever. I didn't hack anything, buddy. Anyway, but
And, oh, sorry.
that's
That-
a comic run I'd like to try to pick up too. The original X-Men run.
Up until, because I mean the original X-Men run ran until it
96.
well
something like
no
that.
it
No.
did the well no I
the
mean
reprinting started what 40?
no
Was
it
it
was
40s?
in the
70s?
No, it was in the
yeah.
70s that they started
Yeah.
reprinting, and then they did giant size X-Men, and then they started reprinting them
And then you
again.
got-
They
and then
started
you got
printing them again.
94.
Yeah.
Yeah,
94 was
But,
the new X-Men.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that original run I have what like I have like 50 through 61 graded.
Nice.
And I started collecting that run because there's some Steranko in there, there's some Barry Windsor Smith in there, and
Yeah.
I love Steranko in general, but so any Steranko I could pick up, I was always happy with. But
I think I'm gonna give up my my quest to get all the DCUs. It's tiring, and some sellers are just crappy sellers and lie in the descriptions of books.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. I don't want to like when I start, getting this stuff or collecting this stuff again. I don't. Jesus, Mama Bear. Damn it. I don't want to get into like getting this stuff offline. If I'm gonna look for it, I want to see people that are actually gonna be there or buy them from shops or whatever.
Oh,
Because
it's hard for me because of the DCU variants. Most shops won't have them, so you have to rely on.
you have to find them
auctions.
in the wild, really, or
yeah,
overpay.
the DCU variants are those the ones that have the little DCU down on the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah, that right there. Do you know the funeral for a friend?
Yeah, they didn't grade this book, bastards.
The funeral for a friend run with the DCU logos on them are expensive as hell, dude. I was looking
Bruce
them up.
has them.
I have all of them.
You have all of them?
Mhm.
Because I like that story. I like that. I
Which
didn't
one
like
just
Reign of the
sold?
Supermen so much, but I liked Funeral for a Friend. It was good.
One just sold for like over $1,200.
It's probably
Raw.
the one. It's probably the one with the funeral on the cover.
Which one was it? I think it was Man 20. Man is still 20.
And my problem is
What's the
I
cover
can't
on that
keep a
one?
focus when I'm trying to do a run. I'll get really into I'm gonna work on this X-Men run, and then I'll do that for a few months, and then I find something else that pops up and be like, ooh, that interests me, and then I move on to something else. And
I'd have to have somebody help me keep focused if I was gonna do a run.
Here we go. There's currently one listed on eBay, a CGC 94, and they're asking $2,249 for it.
Oh, this one. Okay, I know this cover. Yeah.
And I have a 9.6 of this.
Skull's Funeral number 3.
I want to see if this sells because a raw copy sold for like $1,200 like a month ago.
you should sell yours and post it with the exact same description, except say super rare CGC 9.6 Superman Man of Steel.
Super rare. I'm not selling mine. And how long it took me to find that freaking 20?
I bet.
Throw a few gem emojis in there.
Big flex. That's what Diddy said. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
God, you guys with the Diddy jokes, man. Come on.
All right, moving on from Diddy.
With
We
the
have
Diddy
some
jokes, man.
NY new comic book day picks, some spotlights, some comics you might want to just grab from the store, read, give it a look. We got Batgirl number 1 coming out this week.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I do dig the covers.
And this one's on the all in too. Okay, cool.
Yeah. DuckTales number 1. DuckTales is back, guys.
Oh
It's
no,
Dynamite.
not again.
It's Dynamite. There'll only be 40 covers.
Scrooge. Then we have
Music
Josie and
Duck.
the Pussycats Annual Spectacular. Who can
I
pass up
love
a
Josie.
pussy cat on a cover?
I love Josie. Anyway.
And I believe there's Sabrina backstory in there
A
as well.
backup story, Sabrina guest star.
Ooh, cool.
I love that, Alexandria.
Mm.
And then finally, they making Little Batman month 1. Aw, Merry Little Batman. This is so cool for kids.
This is weird.
I know it's weird, but it's cool. A cool
let's
cover.
make the children sad.
Yeah.
Mumbles, I have a 9.6. Ooh.
Mumbles.
I didn't mumble. I have a 9.6.
You
I
didn't
do have a
mumble. You
9.6
got
somewhere.
9.6.
Yeah, 9.6 somewhere over there.
Pull at that 9.6. Show it to us.
I don't know where it is.
Well, slap it down on the counter. Come on. Don't just talk about it. Be it.
It might just be right there. It might be right there.
Don't talk about it. Be it.
No, it's not in there. But this is in there. With Sailor Moon. What?
Not a Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. All right, enough of that. All right.
Mumbles.
I have a 9.6.
I don't know.
Actually, how many are graded on the census? Let me look. I haven't looked in a while on the census.
Swear he's such a magpie, Joe.
there's not too many. It's in the 9.6.
I don't think so.
Wonder how much a 9.6 of that's going for. Jesus.
Well, I mean, a lot of those DCUs. Well, number one, a lot of them are shit books anyway. That are completely meaningless books. So there's not a ton graded in general, and if they are,
yeah,
they're not high grades.
There's another YouTuber that's looking for the DCU variants too, and every time he finds one, he gets it graded.
I try. I have most of my rarer ones graded.
Yeah,
now I'm just doing
yeah. Mint Hunter's looking for the DCU variants too. Mint Hunter Comics.
I just bought one from him recently.
Yeah, I mean, he does a good auction show.
There's some in there that it's just kind of like, do I really want to grade this? It's not even worth that much as a DCU anyway.
The only DCU variants I want are the Funeral for a Friend variants.
There are, jeez, there are
the Animaniacs is my favorite DCU.
A total of 19 on the census of the second printing DCU. They are 398s.
Wow, that's impressive.
Bastards. I want to, with the I was talking to a good buddy of mine, Pete Renner, and he thinks I should start a DCU series and just highlight DCUs every week, and then
you
have people looking for them. Yeah,
you could do that. That would encourage. That would encourage.
Make it hard for you to find the ones you're missing.
That would encourage people to unlimber the wallet and go hunting for the elusive snipes.
Because there are people out there with these DCUs and these packs, but they're holding them close to the vest. They're not selling them.
Yeah, that's loose raw books out there. It is one of the biggest pain in the asses to hunt for ever, because that DCU logo is all the way at the bottom. So when you're digging through boxes, you got to pull up every single book to look at the bottom. That's a pain in the ass.
I want to find it was always been my dream to find one of those warehouses that's got nothing but those 4 or 5 pack comics in them from DC.
The which ones?
The comic packs that would have those
DCU
DCU variants in them.
Oh, you mean
like the Walmart packs or the fucking Target packs or whatever?
Well, I can't. Oh, I have shorts on. You mean these?
Yeah, those. Looking. I mean, every time, like I see them sometimes in the wild. I see them sometimes still at the stores in the wild, man. You'll find them from time to time.
I'll open these one day
and enjoy those.
I have most of these in 9.8 anyway.
Crumpled corners of the books.
They used to do those. They used to do those at like Toys R Us.
A lot of pressing with those.
There was a lot of Toys R Us packs like that for the longest time in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Hopefully, the corners are all right with those books when I finally do open them. Fingers
I
crossed.
doubt they will be.
Yeah, there you go.
$10,000 for my Carmen Santiago. You know you can kick rocks, you douchebag.
Where in the world is it, AOA?
He bought one
Yeah,
off
really.
of my comic shop, a 9.4 bastard. And I only have
Oh, 9-0. Wow.
sad.
Sag.
Come on, sad.
Yeah, but
AOA's
that's a
being
book. That's a
douche
book
and won't
you're
sell
not
it to
going to
me.
find. It's hard to find that book in a higher grade.
High grade.
It's
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego. It wasn't treated well.
No,
Sag.
very sad. Very sad. I'll trade you a first Boba Fett.
You can keep your boba. Mm-hmm.
Well, not first. I won that somewhere.
You won that somewhere?
Yeah, I won that. All right, moving on to FOC.
Ultimate FOC.
Ultimate FOC.
Ultimate.
So get those orders in online. Tomorrow's the last day to get your FOC orders in. So here we go. First up, we have Absolute Wonder Woman number 2, the 1 in 50 Hans incentive. Beautiful cover. Stephanie, yes, applaud.
Yeah, Stephanie's she's hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Stephanie Hans.
Then we have Harley Quinn 45, the Fawns variant. Ooh, I love these classic throwback pulp covers.
Yeah, they've been nice.
Very nice.
A public work will kill you. Public work
chaos,
will kill
destruction, and gentrification.
Again, I can't open that book and read it because it's not good. But they have some good covers.
It's not good. No, you don't like that book.
Chris.
I'm multitasking. What are you multitasking? You on another show?
I don't want to know. A 9-0 gross. Really? Douchebag. Ooh, how about I trade you an Alice Ross Fine 9.8 Captain America? Which one was it when Bucky took over? 25, 26?
25.
25.
I believe it's
trying
25.
to watch y'all stream with Perk while changing my vacuum pump on my leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all should be blessed. I'll bless you in your face. I mean, never mind. Thank you for showing up, Chris.
You know what? Stop picking on my roommate. Stop picking on my roommate.
Please hit that like button. I will leave Chris alone. All right. Next, we have Harley Quinn 45, the 1 in 25 Higginbottom. Love that name. Higginbottom incentive. This is a
Higginbottom.
This is a great cover.
Yeah, it's good.
Really
like I said, they always get me with Harley and Ivy and Catwoman covers. I haven't enjoyed anything inside the books for a long time, but
that's actually a good cover. I like that. That's really a nice cover.
And nothing says sexy like thigh-high boots. Next, we have Black Canary number 1, the best of the best Nakayama variant. Nakayama kills it.
Yeah,
I'm just happy to get some Black Canary. I'm excited.
He's always flirty.
Actually, be able to open a book and read it and not have it just be a cover.
You call that flirting?
Huh?
No, I'm talking to Chris. He calls that flirting. No, yeah, this is a great Canary. I separated the titles between DC, Marvel, and Independence this week, and you'll see the difference between the quality of covers between everyone else in DC. We have Superman 20, the Panosian variant. This is just a beautiful cover.
I like that particular Supergirl. I love that character. Like
that's Lois.
That's Lois.
Yeah,
okay, that looks like the daughter of Superman that you got at one point. Can't remember her name. I think it was Laura, but very similar.
Panosian's just been on a tear. Man can do no wrong.
He can't.
Panosian is good. I'm liking him.
Then we have Superman 20, the 1 in 25 Johnson incentive.
Oh, that looks like the old advertisement comics.
They're doing the one with the shoes. They're doing this one. They're fun. I like.
I like this a lot. This is great.
That I like this as much as I like the old EC homages that you're starting to hate, Joe.
I hate them because they're overdone.
Yeah,
these will be fun because they'll do these for like 3 or 4 issues, and then that's that. They won't run it into the ground like Marvel.
True. Then we have Action Comics 1077, the Fumara variant.
Yeah, Fumara's doing.
This is
Fumara's doing A covers now.
Oof, yeah.
Wait a minute, that's in the. Okay, now I'm confused.
This is an open order cover.
Is that in All In though? Like, is that main core universe or is that the Dark Side universe?
No, All In is just the main universe. Absolute
okay, so it's not
the other
absolute.
universe.
Okay, okay, so
this is a beautiful cover.
Getting confused by DC again. I don't like.
Don't be confused.
I don't like confusion. It makes it hard to read the books if I'm confused. That's why I gave up. That's why I gave up on Krakoa.
Well, Krakoa is just confusing as shit.
Even though I love Krakoa, that's why I gave up on it because it got confusing.
And then we have Action Comics 1077, the Hetrick variant. I love this space. I love space covers.
That's a good cover. I like that.
Mm-hmm. It's not too busy. It's very simple, well drawn. I like it.
Yeah. He's good.
Very good. Then we have Power Girl 15 the Call variant.
The Call.
Ooh, the Call.
That is good. I like that. Yeah.
Then we have Power Girl 15, the 1 in 25, the Silver Incentive. This is on the thumbnail. If you already saw this, this is a great cover. They're both great.
I think I like that De Silva better than the DeCall. And I like that it's a dynamic cover. She's flying or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's hard
she's
to let you down on a Power
she's
Girl
giving
cover.
you, fuck you guys. I'm up here. You're down there. I love this cover. This is great.
I've always loved Power Girl. Is she still Atlantean or is she finally Kryptonian again?
I don't know. I just looked at her tits.
He just loves the tits.
Joe. Hey, at least Joe's
honest. He's honest.
At least he's honest.
I'm not gonna lie.
I just stared at her tits. Boob window, man. Boob window.
Boob window. They gave me a window. I'm gonna look through it.
Then we have Nightwing 120 Panosian variant. I like this a lot.
Panosian's Nightwing and the Batman covers were good too. Yeah. Was it Detective or was Batman that he did a few of the covers on that were really good. The way he draws the cityscape and stuff.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. The cityscape is great. And then we have Batman Smells Robin laid an egg #1, the Bermejo variant. A little Dead Man.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Christmas without a Lee Bermejo cover.
Oh, this is great. This is a great cover. Doesn't top his Joker Santa.
No, it doesn't. But
from
it's
the last
still good.
few years ago. But this is still a good cover.
I'm a sucker for a Dead Man cover or having Dead Man in anything. So.
All right. Then we have Silent Night Returns #1, Namora variant. And for Mama Bear, we have the 1 in 25 Wada Incentive. A little Jedi Johnson on the cover for Mama Bear.
I love Kevin Wada. He doesn't get enough work. He is a good artist.
Lucifer, you still have the Chris Evans photo cap cover? Yes. I have to find it. Listen, wait. I might have a newsstand of it too. I might have 2 covers of that. 2 copies. One is a direct and one is a newsstand, maybe. I'll think about it. Now on to Marvel FOC. Did you see on the Santa covers?
Santa is not supposed to look like that.
in my world, he does.
I'm mad because I had no desire to buy this book whatsoever, but then they put Zatanna on one of the covers, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, that's a good Zatanna cover.
I like Dan Moore. Dan Moore's a great artist, and his interior is fantastic too.
He's killing it. across DC.
We have Santa Claus in DC now? Really? That's
He's
weird.
always been in
Sam's
DC.
been in DC for a while.
He was a mutant in Marvel.
Nobody counts. Nobody cares
Oh.
about Santa and Marvel.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. He's an Omega mutant, but that's okay. Talk bad about Omega mutant Santa Claus.
I might have to trade AOA
Marvel's,
for
Marvel's a
Captain
dumpster
Cat.
fire.
I do have a
dumpster fire.
I do have a 9/8 Iron Man photo cover too. Robert Downey Jr. on the cover.
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
I'm not giving that away. All right. Next up, Marvel FOC Storm number 3 to 152. Dazzler number 5 to
there's the
150 Prison.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
There's
nice.
There's a trade dress for this, I believe. Then we have Phoenix number 6 to 150 Villalobos incentive.
Ooh, I like that too.
Then we have Helverine number 1, the Johnson
I
variant.
love that
like
Johnson
it.
variant. I did pick
I
up a few
love
copies
it.
of
Ride
that.
or Fry Helverine. Oh, that's
Fucking
cool.
love this cover. Such
Is
a
that
good
like a
cover.
series now, Elverine?
I do like
Yeah.
the Enoch Lee cover on Infinity Watch 1 as well, which is pretty nice.
They brought back Infinity Watch?
Yipper. And there's also the Thanos cover on that for those Bengal, those Bengus, the anime style kind of covers that you know.
Then we have Godzilla Monster Piece Theater number 2, the 1 in 10
Monster
Oraf
Piece Theater.
incentive. I love this cover. It's a great cover. Then we
All the
have
Godzilla ones are fun.
Frankenstein number 4, the 1 in 25 Prison. Smell the Flowers. Then we have Grommets number 6, the 1 in 10 Cross incentive.
Grommets.
Then we have Hello Darkness number 5, the Prison.
Ooh, zombies.
Ooh.
Jenny got
Zombies.
the one thing I will say about Jenny. Jenny has a lot of covers
Yeah.
every week that come out, but
I don't know
they're
if she does
all solid. They're not. I mean, granted, she doesn't do a ton of background stuff, so
They
but they're
seem to
all
keep her
solid.
busy.
But they're all solid covers. Like Momoko was getting overworked for a while and had tons of covers coming out, but it's like it would be like 1 out of every 10. You'd be like, oh, that's cool, and then the other 9, you're like, maybe you should have spent a little more time. But Frizen, man, Frizen just knocks it out the park every time.
Yeah, she does well, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm. And we have some, I forgot about these McFarlane toy variants this week. I mean, this FOC. We had Detective 1091, and we had Nightwing 120, which is funny as hell.
Yeah, that one's actually decent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's old Batman animated. That's cool.
Little Nightwing, Catwoman, Bane. Joker.
That one at least feels more like a toy variant. The Detective 1091, yeah, I have to look at it multiple times to realize it's a toy variant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have later printings. We have a Absolute Batman third printing, the 125 Dragoda
such
ink.
a good cover.
It is.
And that will sell out. That's people.
I like that. I like that. That's cool. Because that talks, that gets where his dad.
This was actually a flyer, and
you forgot a big one on FOC, by the way, for Marvel.
What I forget?
Scarlet Witch 7. Look it up, and you'll understand why.
Let me see. Is it that
7.
Marvel
the Rio book? Oh yeah, I meant to put that. I meant to put that on the list. It's in the covers. Hold on, I got it saved on my PC already.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like.
Hold on.
If Joe brings up a cover, I usually want to see it because he's got some good taste, man.
Taste is all right.
That's pretty good.
Yo,
truthfully, I mean, all the Scarlet Witch stuff. I mean, you got Dodderman doing the A covers on that Scarlet Witch run, which is great. But all the covers have been really good on that series.
Yeah, I've taken to trusting Joe and his covers because him and I have a lot of the same taste when it comes to that.
I have my certain predilections for certain things.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like it's a bad predilection. Just saying.
No. I know what I like. There you go.
There you go.
Oh,
I forgot about
oh,
this.
hello, death.
Hello, Death.
So get your orders in, Aubrey Plaza fans.
Yep.
Hello, death.
Hello, Death.
Uh,
And there's one more I may have forgotten. Where is it? Is it? Red Sonja.
oh,
The redo of the prison.
Yeah.
that's nice. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, it's worth going back and getting those if you don't have the original.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad going back and getting those.
The Prison X-Men.
Yes, nice Polaris.
Yes.
Ooh,
So
I like Polaris. She's like one of my favorite X-Men characters.
That's one of my favorite X-Men books I own.
Her,
50,
her, and Havoc have always been two of my favorite X-Men
I
characters.
love Havoc. Havoc has always been one of my favorite characters. Besides,
Wonder
he's my
Woman
second favorite.
Second friend.
Summer's brother.
Who's your first favorite? Is it Cyclops?
Of course, it's Cyclops.
I'm
I'm attracted to assholes and dicks in comic books.
I am not fond of Cyclops. I like Gabriel though.
God damn! Don't clip that out. Do not clip that out, Tyson. We got Absolute Wonder Woman #1, second printing, cover A. We got
I really
Absolute
that
Wonder
series.
Woman, second print, decal foil variant. Bastards for making a foil out of this.
Lazy ass shit.
I hate them. Then we have Creeping Below #1, second print, the Del Rey variant. This is a great cover.
Ooh, Creeping Below. Another book I got to look into. Okay, it's another horror book, I guess.
Yeah.
The Creeping Below.
Creeping Below. And then we have all of the covers for Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, that one's there. That print run's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't put all the covers. I just put the ones I liked. And we got the cover A, the Mora. We have the Kubert variant.
I like that Kubert variant.
We got the Lee Hush variant.
Yeah, everyone's going to go for Jim Lee.
Yeah.
And then we have the Jim Lee cardstock. I like the Kubert. I love.
I like the Kubert. That Kubert is good. I like that. Kubert, it's good. That Hush variant, everybody's gonna go for it, but I just,
Yep.
I know, no. I just
Creeping Below is okay.
I'm still gonna give it a look. I'm still gonna give it a look. See, it's a horror comic, so.
Yeah. Then we have the Ed Baines wraparound variant, which is an homage to Jim Lee's famous cover.
Oh, I like that Jim Lee variant.
And,
I meant that.
And
yeah,
then
that homage is good.
We got the 1 in 50 Gauman wraparound. It's a raised foil incentive. I like raised foils. They're good.
It sounds harsh and hurty.
The 90s,
it might hurt me.
The 90s have passed. I don't need raised foil.
Then
it's like die cut books. Ew.
Oh God, die cut. You said die cut books?
Yes.
Yeah, I said
no.
Like that one die cut Wolverine. Like that one die cut Wolverine. Or the one book that had a bullet hole through it.
That was the Punisher book that had the bullet holes?
Yeah, I don't like gimmicks.
And then
it was an indie book that had they actually shot a bullet through each of the covers.
Oh. Then we have the 1 in 25 Wilkins incentive. I like this cover.
I like that. It is a good cover.
And the one everyone's going to be climbing over each other to buy is the 1 in 250 Jim Lee Inks incentive.
And based on what they've said the print run is looking for and what they're shooting for, that shouldn't be hard to find.
Yeah, I
they are shooting. They want to outdo a 200,000 print run off this book. So
I think they can.
I heard a really hot take from somebody the other day. They said that to fix DC, you'd have to fire Jim Lee.
Oh, stop. Leave Jim Lee alone. He's doing fine with DCU. DC has had some of the best stories and art in the last couple of years.
Well, hence why I said it was a hot take.
And it was a lot of shit he had to clean up from Dan Didio.
like
That's one that really needed to go to Dio.
Yeah.
I'll have to say, this absolute launch has been far more pleasurable than the Ultimate Marvel
Oof.
relaunch.
We're not going to talk about that.
I mean,
but I will say, there was a lot of fanfare around Ultimate Spider-Man, and then
I love
everybody
Ultimate
was
Spider-Man
hyped.
still. It's a pretty good book, in my opinion.
And then Black Panther came out just like, okay, this is okay. And then Ultimate X-Men came out just like.
And speaking of Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man #1 is on FOC as well. So if you want to get that ahead of the show coming out, maybe the show catches a little heat. Might not be a bad thing to pick up.
People are going to get burned on that Jim Lee variant. Yeah, probably.
There's just going to be like if they hit a 200,000 print run, plus God knows there's going to probably be 1,000 store variants as well, and those people will all
Let me see how many store variants are there.
We'll all be picking up their ability to get those 1 and 250s.
Let me see. When does this come out? July?
I still don't get the idea behind store variants. It's just specific stores putting out a variant. What are they?
Yeah, they pay money. They pay money. They have to buy. It used to be 3,000 trade dress and 1,000 virgins, but
1,500 was it 3,000, 1,500 or 3,001?
I thought it was 3,001.
But that was Marvel, and I forget what DC did for their independence.
DC was the same.
Yeah, independence you can get away with
500.
If they order so many, and an artist will come in and draw it for them, I'm like,
no,
they have to pay the artist.
You commission an artist to do a cover for it, and then you get printed.
Oh, okay, that's
so they spend their own money and they can get fucked if nobody buys the book.
That's a little that seems chancy to me.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're doing a Marvel and you're doing, let's say 3,000, 1,500, 3,000 of trade dress, 1,500 of virgin, whatever. You got to buy 4,500 comics. If there's a 1 in 100, that qualifies you to buy a lot of 1 in 100s. So you get in on that ratio game as well.
There are no store variants listed for this at all.
That's weird.
Here's all the covers for this. Is that up? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. Some covers I might have missed. That I didn't put that on FOC.
That's
Porter. It was okay. I didn't like it that much.
It's all right.
What else? This is the wraparound.
That's the wraparound.
This one,
that's cool.
Bianchi.
I like that,
especially with the Hawk Bianchi for a long time.
Yeah,
I like that, especially with the Hawk people in the background. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah, I can never go wrong with.
There's a blank, of course.
The blank variant, yeah.
There's no foil. Thank you.
No, there will be on a second print.
This is the raised foil that I showed earlier. This one. This is the other wraparound.
Yeah, I would expect that Jim Lee Hush to have a foil variant for a second print.
The 1 in 100 Putri.
Interesting. Yeah. I like the dark side in the background.
Yeah, dark side's cool. And then,
the Jim Lee Hush. Yeah, Hush.
That's a lot of.
So there aren't that many there aren't any store variants for now.
That's weird. I'm surprised.
They still have when does this come out? The 27th? November 27th. So
that's fast. So I'm very surprised. That's
3 weeks. There are no store variants for this, which is insane.
Although
I guess they wasted all their
DC
money.
Doesn't really go overboard on store. Well, I guess they do for the Harley stuff.
Yeah, the Batman stuff they went overboard. Wonder Woman wasn't as bad as Batman, and Absolute Superman. Let me see how many they have for, which comes out next week. Let me see. Where is it? Yeah, it was out this week actually. This week?
Yeah, this week.
Where is it?
Yeah, no, I just can't.
Oh, here we go.
I can't buy in on buying a bunch of books like this when it's like the print run's gonna be so goddamn high, and people are gonna run up prices for no reason out of the gate.
Tyler Kirkham Connectings. Virgin.
There's the Penosian, which is a connecting.
Where is it?
Because he's doing the Midtown connectings, right?
We got the Tommaso.
It's a nice cover.
Nice. I think that's a Forbidden Planet exclusive. And then we have a trade dress version of that. And then we have the Penosian Midtown exclusive connecting. And the Scotty Young, which I love Scotty Young.
Oh, that's cute.
Is that just through his store?
Yeah. I believe they sold out for the Scotty Young. Let me check. Anybody's still interested? I know they have one for all three. Scotty Young.
Yeah, I don't like the way they do all that. It's like, oh, they sell out the individual ones, but you can get the package deal for this. You know, it comes with a jar of Vaseline to make it a little easier to get down.
It's still in stock, actually. You could buy all three, and all three of them still in stock. You could buy the set for $80 for all three.
For the Scotty Youngs.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too bad for a set.
And that's Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman.
Here's the Wonder Woman.
Where's the Batman?
And the Batman is right there. He was going to come out with a second printing black and white of this, but then he decided not to. I don't know what happened, but hey.
The print runs on all this stuff is way too high for my liking.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out. We will be back next week, Sunday, for the other show with more FOC, more BS from the chat.
More of my bad takes.
More bad takes.
More Joe's bad takes.
And me trying to convince AOA to give me that. Where is I was about to say where is
San Diego?
And
my weird rambling.
Woohoo! Thank you, Ferd, and congrats on congrats on such a great channel, and we are sad to see you go. Hopefully, you will return to the YouTubes.
To the tubes.
So please thumbs up the video, please like, and I will see you tomorrow night for Monday Madness. Have a good night. Take care. Hasta luego.